Sam was a boy living in a bustling city filled with tall buildings and noisy streets. He loved history and ancient stories, always wishing he could travel back in time to see how people lived in the past. One day, while helping his mother clean their attic, he found an old, dusty wooden box. Carefully, he opened it and discovered a pocket watch inside. It had a beautiful design, seemingly made of gold and adorned with mysterious engravings. Excitedly, Sam held the watch and examined it closely. He noticed that its hands didn't show the usual time, but moved randomly. Suddenly, he pressed a small button on the side of the watch without realizing what it would do. In an instant, the watch emitted a strong golden light, and Sam felt as if he were spinning rapidly. He closed his eyes tightly, and when he opened them, he found himself in a completely different place. Sam stood in the middle of a vast desert, and in the distance, he saw massive pyramids and a group of people wearing traditional ancient Egyptian clothing. He quickly realized he had traveled back in time to the era of the pharaohs. Sam cautiously approached the group. He saw workers laboring tirelessly to construct a pyramid, and the air was filled with the sounds of activity and energy. Suddenly, a young boy about his age approached him. The boy's name was Anu. Anu curiously asked Sam about his strange clothes, and Sam told him he came from a faraway place. Anu believed him excitedly and began showing him around the city. Anu took Sam to the market, where traders displayed spices, gold, and fabrics. Then they visited a grand temple adorned with colorful paintings. There, an old priest told Sam that the watch he carried was no ordinary timepiece, but a key to time itself. The priest warned Sam, saying, "You must return to your time before sunset, or you will remain here forever. The watch will only work if you place it under the last rays of the setting sun." Sam, fascinated by everything around him, decided to make the most of his time before returning. He learned hieroglyphics from Anu, helped craft tools, and even assisted workers in lifting stones using innovative techniques. As sunset approached, Sam realized he had to find a high place to expose the watch to the sun's rays. He and Anu hurried to the top of a nearby hill. Along the way, they faced challenges, including crossing a crocodile-infested river and climbing steep rocks. When they finally reached the summit, the sun was slowly sinking below the horizon, and the golden light was fading. Sam placed the watch on a large rock and held it up toward the sun. At the very last moment, the watch emitted a bright light again, and Sam felt the same rapid spinning sensation. When Sam opened his eyes, he was back in the attic, still holding the watch. Everything seemed like a dream until he reached into his pocket and found a small amulet engraved with an ancient Egyptian symbol. Sam smiled, realizing his adventure had been real. From that day on, Sam became even more passionate about history, sharing stories of his journey to ancient Egypt with his friends. But he kept the secret of the magical watch to himself, deciding to use it only when he was ready for another adventure.